everyone, Ivan here. Welcome back to the GlamrockPix channel. If you're new, welcome in. Today is a very special video as we are doing Harmony Hollow speed paint. And a lot of you don't know what Harmony Hollow is, but it is my Little Pony Next Gen that I've made in collaboration with the lovely Kizeshu, my best friend in the whole wide world. It is a speed paint of our 4 legacy ponies, and what a legacy pony is a pony that is tied to one of the original main 6, meaning they either have genetic makeup, anything that ties them to one of the main 6, they are related. The 4 ponies you'll see today are Solar Flare, who is genetically tied to Twilight Sparkle, Midnight, who is genetically tied to Shining Armor, Confetti Cake, who is genetically tied to Pinkie Pie, and Silly Seams, who is genetically tied to Rarity and likely Applejack. Who's to say? A little bit of backstory on what Harmony Hollow is and how it works. The elements of Harmony, the main 6, have disappeared. There was an infection that had caused basically a major wipeout of Equestria. The infection is currently not decided. We're still working on workshopping what exactly happened, but basically what ended up happening was Twilight Sparkle was the only one who was able to save Equestria by dispelling her magic and herself and destroying the element of magic to save all of Equestria due to this infectious disease. She also used this magic to send a message to Sunset Shimmer of the Equestria Girls universe, and through Sunset Shimmer's efforts, they restored Equestria to its glory, and Twilight left a little something behind, a little bit of her DNA and a little bit of her magical essence, so that they could hypothetically bring her back to life Frankenstein style, because would it be really Twilight if she didn't want to live forever? During this infectious disease, Princess Luna and Princess Celestia have gone missing. They have either ascended to godhood and just left everyone behind, or some rumor or another of why they're absent. Which means the sun and moon raising duties have gone to, obviously, Sunset Shimmer and Starlight Glimmer, making them the new princesses of this universe. And with their new princess abilities, they have both become alicorns and therefore arguably immortal. We also have Trixie, who has been granted the same level of grace because Starlight Glimmer is in love with her, and she's also in love with Sunset Shimmer. They're a polycule. I love them. They're all in love. They all kiss and they're all very, very happy. Then we have, obviously, this new generation that shows up. Legacy ponies from, genetically Pinkie Pie, Rarity, Twilight, those sort of things have come back. And these ponies were actually scouted out due to their genetics in hopes that they would find the new elements of Harmony, because the infection dispelled the original, as all element holders had obviously died or passed the process of trying to save Equestria, or just decided to be super damaged and get out of there. In one way or another, genetically, they've all had their ability to come back, which is why the legacy ponies were sought out to find the elements of Harmony from the Harmony Hollow tree. In the middle of Harmony Hollow is the element tree. Initially, they were all stored there and no one touched them, but one day they went missing, and so these 4 ponies were scouted as a team, much to Solar Flare's dismay, to go search and find them, as Solar Flare actually works at the museum of where the Harmony Hollow tree is kept. They take a lot of responsibility, a lot of blame for it being stolen. They try to do this mission alone, and they can't. And they have their 4 friends that they're sent to be with, but then there are 4 more. Those 4 will be in another video. They're the other element holders. As I mentioned, I can't fit everything in one video. I'm just a little guy who does all my editing and all my artwork, so things get a little slow around here, and I've recently got a really big commission that I'm trying to work towards, so the next video won't be for a while, even if it's in high demand. However, I will say that this video was so much fun. I'm very, very excited to talk about Harmony Hollow. Let's get back into the story. On this little adventure to find the elements of Harmony, they were stolen by a villain. His name is Gloomy Everglow, and he would get his own video. Honestly, all of the villains, we have 2 planned so far, but Gloomy is the main villain of the series. Consider him the Discord character, but they basically stole the elements of Harmony in the middle of the night, all 8 of them, yes, 8, and now they're gone and they have to find them. And that's a bit of their beginning journey. After they find the elements, obviously they have to learn to use them, but let's get to know a little bit more about each character. Obviously right now I'm working on Solar Flare. I drew all of their sketches first to make sure that style's consistent, and I still think I could have done a little bit better, but it is what it is. These also aren't fully rendered. I hope that is okay with you guys. I just wanted to make sure that you could see all of their designs, and I would love to do a rendering process on them eventually, but honestly I really liked their flats, and I tried rendering with silly seams, and I just felt like it was too much and it altered the colors too much. But like I said, let's start with Solar Flare. I did mention prior that Solar Flare is a Twilight clone, practically, genetically. They're not actually related to Twilight, they just have their genetic makeup, and the Solar Flare essence did obviously turn them into a unique and different pony, but they are very much so similar to G1's Twilight. Stubborn, rejects friendship. However, they are the element of generosity, which is a little bizarre because the element of friendship, or the element of magic, I should say, does not exist anymore. Friendship is still magic. However, magic is all throughout the universe now. Everyone in Equestria has got magic. So what makes friendship magic anymore? Which is something that they have to find out. You would think that the pony that studies the elements of harmony would understand that using your element of harmony is to their benefit, but no, they are so stubborn. They're also non-binary, which is why I'm using they them. Look at them. They're so cute. I love them so much. But yeah, Solar Flare is obviously an alicorn. Genetically has alicorn Twilight's makeup, so they inherited all of that. Inherited the stubbornness, basically feels like their kid, but has studied Twilight religiously because they feel like they are in the shadow of someone they've never met. They also feel the weight of the accident on them because they were supposed to be Twilight Sparkle, not themselves, not a unique pony. They were supposed to replace the Princess of Friendship, and they're not that. And that is a heavy burden to carry. They were currently raised, canonically, they are raised by all of the princesses and Trixie, so they see all of them as their mom. However, being raised as a princess in a princess setting is super overwhelming, and they rejected it so much. They're like, I'm not a princess, that's not my life. I'm a silly little guy who works in the library, and that's my job now. Obviously, I made sure to keep as many elements of Twilight that I could in their design while still making them unique. Like, I gave them colored streaks, I made them an alicorn, they have to have the choppy bangs. I messed with the settings a lot on their colors. I wanted them to arguably look like, I don't know if anyone remembers Moon Dancer in G4. That's kind of the energy. Like, as soon as I had this character design in my head, I was like, I need them to serve Moon Dancer realness. And I think they do. I think they're super cute. They also always wear their satchel on their wings because they are very against being a Pegasus in like an alicorn way, so they always try to find a way to hide their wings. They don't use them that often. I don't even know if they know how, but they are very much like Twilight, stubborn, reject friendship, like I don't need anybody else, but they are a sweetie deep down. They're very generous, arguably very humble. We've been debating on the idea of changing their element from generosity to humility, but as of right now, they are the element of generosity. They always help others when they don't need to, despite being quite a stubborn little guy. Next, we have Midnight. Oh, I love Midnight. Midnight does belong to Kize. At Kize Shu. You guys should always follow Kize. He's amazing. He edits so many of my videos, not this one, but he edits so much of my stuff and is just a big help to the channel. Honestly, I thank him for so much of the channel's growth. But aside from me flattering the guy, he makes banger character designs. I love Midnight. I love him so much. Midnight is also royalty. He is a descendant of Princess Flurryheart, and he rejects this by being a royal guard and letting his sister, who is a princess, I don't remember her name at the moment, I'm so sorry. I don't think she is named. He basically rejects his royal position, leaving everything to her as he embraces being a royal guard like his great-grandfather, I don't know how many greats, of Shining Armor. So he inherits a lot of Shining Armor's traits, obviously royal guard, taking care of his sister. He has a very similar dynamic to his sister as Twilight and Shining Armor. They're very close, but at the same time it's like, oh, you're introduced to way later in the series? That's crazy. When he gets sent out on the mission of looking for the elements of harmony, he's quite like strict about it, like, oh, let's be critical, let's think this through. And he's also very, very loyal, let's say that. He is the element of loyalty, so don't be surprised if I'm like Rainbow Dash Kinney, but he's not as rambunctious as Rainbow Dash. He's loyal to those around him, always trying to solve the problem. And actually, this is one of his main parts of turmoil, as he falls in love with our first villain, Gloomy Everglow, who he has a hard time being loyal to his dear friends and the other elements of harmony when he is finding himself in turmoil about his feelings for this cult. So, very cute stuff, very crazy. I really loved drawing the armor, Kizai did a really incredible design and leaned more into like actual, I think, old horse armor. I can't remember the era. Oh, this is embarrassing. This voiceover is a mess, but it's okay. I'm having fun. I love taking this element, and I've started doing it in actually all of my drawings because I love My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and I've told on this, of doing the little curly loops for curly hair. He is a very fluffy little horse. I believe he is based on a real horse, and I cannot remember the name. So unprofesh of me. Maybe I'll ask Kizai and I'll put it in the edit. And so he's very fluffy, and he is not happy that he is a fluffy little horse. So he tries to hide it, and is usually always in his armor, so you wouldn't be able to tell as much, but he is a cute little fluffy little horse. A little guy who loves his sister and just wants to protect all of Equestria, especially after very scary infection because it wiped out so many people. He's very grateful that Princess Flurryheart didn't obviously get affected, and neither did most of the ponies in his lineage, because otherwise he wouldn't have been here. I should also mention this while I'm working on Midnight, that any of the ponies, due to the Equestria Girls crossover from Sunset Shimmer, the magic of the portal had leaked into Equestria when Twilight did her giant blast off, basically. And so every pony can have a human form. Every single pony in Equestria has a human form. So if you guys wanted another video that touched on the human forms, ooh, I would love to. Ideally, the plan would be, if I was to continue the series, like if you guys like it, it would be the other main 4. So we would have 2 videos covering the main 8, a 3rd video talking about our villains, which ironically, one of the villains is Midnight's sister, Egad T, due to an amulet corruption. Trixie, I think it's season 3, when she gets the Alicorn amulet, is something similar to that. And then maybe doing a video talking about human designs in maybe the same order, whatever you guys are into. We'll figure that out. And now we're on to Confetti Cake, the element of laughter. Oh, I love you, Confetti Cake. I love her so much. Kizai also designed Confetti Cake, and she's actually cousins with Silly Seams, because Silly Seams was a Rarity Applejack generational pony. Well, we'll get into it. It's a little complicated. We still haven't figured it out completely, but because they're related, they are super close, and it's very cute. And they, in my heart, have like little sister energy. It's so cute. Confetti Cake, again, Kizai did an incredible job designing her. She's like so cute. She's like a little, I believe she is a little clown. And she does her parties like that way. So you'll see when I end up coloring her that she has little clown makeup on, and she is so cute. I love her so much. If I'm not mistaken, Confetti Cake uses any pronouns. I think they use... I also know that Confetti Cake loves to refer to themselves in the 3rd person. So she'll just be like, hey, Confetti Cake really would like that. And so it's very silly. Confetti Cake is really funny, and she's really good friends with the villains. She's really good friends with Gloomy, and they eventually end up turning Gloomy into stone, like Discord style, and she ends up talking to a statue, and it's really funny. And she's also really good friends with Midnight. They're pretty close. She's supposed to be a really small horse in comparison to them, and I tried my best to exemplify that, but Kizai made it known that canonically she runs under his legs and just like runs around because he's so tall. And I think that is the most diva cuteness I've ever seen. Like, so freaking cute. Like I said, descendant of Pinky. So when the legacy ponies were called, she was like, hell yeah, I'm ready to go. And I love her so much. Her design is peak. Kizai like cooked. Watching the speed paint back is so funny because I see all of the times that I had to like make a color really bright, because Kizai has these very beautiful like pastel-y similar hued palettes where they read really well, but whenever I try to do them, because I'm so colorblind, they look like a mess. But they're so pretty, and I think I did my best to exemplify all of his incredible design skills. And now we're on Silly Seams. So Silly Seams takes after her auntie Fluttershy. Very shy, very cute, element of kindness / compassion. We're changing kindness to compassion, I think, properly, but I say both so that you guys get the idea. But she is so kind-hearted, genuinely loves to make fashion for her friends, tries to make beautiful garments that like highlight them in the most wonderful way. A little too kind to a fault at times, where it's like, hey girl, you need to be buff, you need to be brave. She's super sweet. I love her so much. She actually gets along with any of the like G4 main 6, in the sense that if their paths crossed in any way, or even in any crossing to the Equestria Girls universe, they would like love her to death. We still haven't like completely decided which ponies survive. It is implied that if they didn't survive, that they already had children at that point during the infection for like grandchildren to happen. However, for Silly Seams, I'm very stuck because I want her to to be a descendant of Rarity and Applejack, obviously, Rarejack truthers. However, figuring out her like genetic history has been a mess. I am still stuck on it, and hopefully I'll figure it out soon. I'm a little underprepared for this video, but that's okay. I just wanted to draw my ponies and have an excuse to draw them and talk about them. And I think you guys are all chill and we're all cool with that. I think we're all cool, right? You may have noticed too that Silly Seams has these beautiful braids, and I love drawing beautiful braids. They're so fun. I really enjoyed her character design and making her. Her color palette is actually based off of like a really cute Pastel Stitches plushie that I found on Pinterest when me and Kize were originally concepting all of these characters. And I just also wanted to give a beautiful set of braids to this girl because I just feel like it really has a level of like class, and I feel like there's not enough black coated ponies. It makes me very sad. And she's so cute. I love her. And if I were to make them like direct descendants of Rarity and Applejack, I think her genetic makeup would be, I'm a big truther on Asian Rarity. I think it eats. And I think people need to understand my truth. And I'm also a truther on Black Applejack. I think if she's related to Pinkie Pie, who so many people canonicize as like being black, why can't Applejack? What's the deal? I haven't gotten into specifics for each, by the way. Like, I know I'm using very vague labels here, but I think Rarity to me reads really Vietnamese, and I don't know why. I don't know why, other than I just think it's true. But I also could totally see her being Korean. I feel like those both fit her very well. As for Applejack, oh, that's so tough. I think I would have to decide what I would think for Pinkie first, because they're so different, but also, oh, I don't know. I'm gonna think about this after this video. Silly Seams also has these super cute colors. Like, if you guys know Stitches from Animal Crossing, I did already say that I like totally stole it from Pinterest, but I really like that she looks like a little plushie, because the idea was that she like makes not just dresses, like leg warmer socks, because I wanted to give her that from Minty from G3. She can make like plushies for her friends, like anything that makes her think of her friends she does, because she loves them. She loves her friends so much, and she's so kind, and she's so cute. I love her. Oh, and I had so much fun rendering this magic. I don't know if it's rendering it right now, but I rendered the magic on her horn, and it was a real toughie. It was really tough to do, but I actually had so much fun with it. Other than that, here's everyone in the final shot of everyone done. I love how they all came out. I'm so happy. I hope you all enjoyed the speed paint. Thank you guys so much for watching, and leave a comment if you guys want to see another one of these. Leave a like, it helps. And yeah, share this with other people, subscribe. We're still trying to get monetized, but we did hit 100 a while ago, and I don't think I've addressed it in a video yet, and I'm so thankful to all of you here. 100 subs is like huge. We're actually, I think as recent of me checking, we're at 110, which is crazy to me. I'm so thankful for the all the growth that I've gotten from this channel. So I would love if you guys shared and helped me get monetized, and other friends, and even check out my friends. Please check out Kize. He's always linked in my description, especially in this video because so many of his beautiful designs are in it. Any of my friends that are in any of the streams. I appreciate all your guys' love so much. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye bye.